Hey guys, Brian with PS4 Trophies, and I'm showing you all of the collectibles in Valiant Hearts: The Great War. Collectibles are historical items, and there are 119 of them in the game, 35 of which are in Chapter 1. Chapter 1 consists of 7 different levels, all of which is going to have a collectible in it, with the exception of the 5th one called Danger from Above. So the first one here is going to be during the training section. You're going to learn how to throw a grenade, and then after that you've got a dummy there that you're going to hit, but right before that on the ground is the helmet. It's very hard to see, but just trust me, it's there. After that, you're going to march on and need to raise the flag. Now just past the flag on the ground, you can kind of see it sitting over there, is our second collectible in this first level. Now the next one is going to be when you get to the train. And then the train, if you look above, there's a little yellow bell, and underneath that is a bottle that you can take, and you want to throw that and hit the bell, and then the collectible is going to drop right out of that. And then staying in the train section, we're going to pick up the bottle, another bottle rather, and go to the right. And we have to give it to this guy to have him allow us to give us passage to the following section. Now just past here on the ground, it's really hard to see, right here is the collectible. So just walk around here and just keep hitting that X button, you should find it. Now there's going to be another one in this train section, and in order to get up to the top of the train where the collectible is, you have to start the band. So you want to talk to the second guy, the fourth guy, the third one, and then the first one, and then when you hit them in that order, it'll grant you passage to the top of the train. Once up there, go all the way to the right, and it'll be right at the end. That's it for Chapter 1. We also got a trophy for collecting 5 collectibles, which again are historical items. But this is going to be in the Chapter 2, or the second level of Chapter 1 rather, right at the very beginning. As soon as you gain control of your character, right behind that cart. The next one is going to be just a little further up. You're going to break through that thing there, and you're going to grab, take out the cutters, and you got the grenades right in front of you here. You can pick up a grenade if you want. You need to throw it in the cart, but just past that on the ground, hidden, is the second collectible in this level. Now the next one's going to be where you need to blow up the bridge, and this is going to be near the water when you drop down to where the dynamite is here. And I just walked past it, but I'm going to pick up a stick of dynamite, and then just to the right of the ladder on the ground is going to be the collectible. And then after that, we're going to go, after we blow up the bridge, we're going to come over here and make a walkway for us. And then once you drop down off this bridge, right on the dirt is going to be the collectible. And then the next one is going to be a little further on in this house. You need to pick up a bottle over there on the bottom right, and then you're going to take it and throw it up here to distract the guard so you can climb up the ladder. Once you do that, go to the right. You're going to have to bust into this little room here, and then the historical item is right there for you. And then the last one in this level is going to be at the very top of that same building. You're going to have to break open this window, grab one of these bottles, and then you're going to need to use it to ring the bell. So throw it at the bell, and then the guard is going to path to the right, and the historical item will be right underneath him. So pick that up, and we're going to the third level in Chapter 1. And this is right at the very beginning. When you go into this room where you need to get the sausage, just past the pot on the ground is going to be the historical collectible item. Now after you've dug yourself into the tunnels, you're going to find actually one right in front of us that we can't get yet. We'll get that next. But go down the ladder here, and the bottom left, dig over here into the corner, and you'll see it right on the ground. Now to get that one we just passed, once you leave the tunnel on the right side, there's going to be a spot where your dog is sniffing and whining and wants to dig. So you can target him. You hit the, I believe it's L1, and it'll give you the X command there, and he'll dig up a bone, and you want to take it from him and then go back, and we're going to throw it at this ladder that's going to drop down. And once that drops down, climb up it, do a little digging, and that'll lead you to the cross. And just past that, the next tunnel that you enter, when you keep going right, you're going to have to dig in here. And instead of digging down, dig up. And you'll see it glowing right there. Pretty easy to spot that one. And this is going to be after you do a character switch within the same level. And you're going to have that gunner shooting at you. You got to hide behind those planks. And this is going to be right there in the water there. And a little further on, you're going to have this dynamite sequence. And once you blow open this this passageway for you, climb up here, and you'll see the last one right there on the ground. Now, moving on to the next level, this is where you're going to have that box puzzle. So you're going to have to dig down here, and then raise or lower the chains to grab the box. And then you want to raise the box up one level to the level that you're at. And then you're just going to go to the left, climb over the box, and you'll see it sitting right there. And this is going to be just a little further to the right of where we are. We drop down. You got the gas puzzle here. In this section, if you just continue all the way to the right, you can jump over a cart. A cart you need to move eventually here to the left, but if you jump over it, you'll see it sitting right there on the ground. Next one is going to be after that exact same puzzle. You're going to climb up the ladder, and the game is going to try to fool you. There's an arrow that's going to point you to the right. You need to go to the left, and when you go to the left, there's going to be a spot where you can use your little puppy here to dig into the ground and dig up the historical item for you. Now, next one is going to be shortly after that. You're going to the right, and you can bust into this tunnel. And once you enter here, it'll be right in front of you. And then we're going to continue from that location, continue to the right, and you got the rope and bucket puzzle. Now, if you go to the right, just past the bucket, is going to be a spot where you can use the dog to dig up the historical item. And then after you complete that puzzle, your buddy's going to drop down here. And then just to the right, you're going to break into this, or cut open this passage for you. And you're going to have to be quick. There's some gas coming, but as soon as he opens that up for you, the stopwatch is right past it. So pick that up, and then we're going to go on to the 6th level. And this is after you go into this tunnel, or in this bunker here. You're going to come out, and you have the soldiers that are passing left and right, and you need to hide behind these planks as they're passing you. What you need to do is go all the way to the left. And apparently our character is not capable of running. So the soldiers are coming back this way, but I'm going to try to get the dog in here. And once you do, there's a spot he can dig up the historical item for you. And it looks like we're busted, but that's all right. We got the collectible anyway. So after that, we're going to go to the right, and then we're going to cut into the barbed wire here and drop down into a hole. Once you drop down into this hole, there's a spot you can dig on the left. Kind of hard to see, but it is there. And you'll find the historical item sitting right there on the ground. Now, this is a little further on. You're going to have to use the dog to distract this soldier here. And beat him up and go into this first aid thing, I guess. There's a red cross. I'm assuming that's a first aid thing. So anyway, once you've gone through there, you're going to break open this door and go into this room. And in this room on the top of the shelving over there is the historical item that you're going to have to knock down and then pick up. So pretty easy. And then after that, this is towards the end of the level, underneath where the dog is waiting for you. You're going to come into this room, and this is where you get the bottle. You need to move this keg out of the way and then dig on the wall behind it. However, to the right of this area is the historical item. It's right there on the ground. And then after we grab that bottle from in there, we're going to go to the right, and then we need to use it to toss it above and behind this soldier to distract him, to turn his back. And once he does, we're going to knock him out and go into this room. And the same thing as the last one is going to be on the ground to the right. And then the final one in this level is going to be back to the left where you get the keys. So you got to send the dog in. And he'll pick up the keys. But in that same area, actually, you can see there's a spot where you hit square. And the dog will dig up the historical collectible item for you, which are some coins. And this is the final level in Chapter 1. And this is once you've made it out to the street area. Now, these can be gotten in any order. I didn't get them in the same order that they're listed on the display screen. But this is going to be just to the left of the car. There's a spot your dog can dig it up. And then we're going to go to the house to the right. And if you go in the house on the right, there's going to be a basement, which you can enter from the doorway in the first floor here. Once you drop down here, go to the left. And you got a pair of jeans. Now there's another one in that house, but to get to that one, you have to go to the far left of this area, and you have to get the handle. And the handle is on that dead body that I just used the dog to drag out. Once you've dragged them out, the dog can grab the handle, so we grab that. And we're going to go back to the house, and we're going to get the handle to the dog. Put the dog on the lift. And then we're going to go back up to the main floor and go to the wheel. By turning the wheel, it'll raise the dog up. And then you can use the dog to give to save this guy here. The guy will put the handle in there. He'll get on the lift, use the dog to lower him. And then once he's off, you get on and then use the dog to raise you. Now after he raises you just to the left of where the dog is currently, there's a chest here thing. Whatchamacallit. I'm drawing a blank, but you open that up and you pick up the collectible. Now we're going to go into the building on the left. Once you're in here, go back up to the top floor. You need to lower that beam. And when actually you lower it, there's a spot where your dog can dig up a collectible. But we can't do that just yet. So once we've done that, or come up here, go past this ladder. And there's another thing you can open up here with the collectible hidden right inside there. Now to get the one where the beam was, we're going to go back down a level to where we entered the building from. And we're going to save this woman, this little girl. And to do that, you need to move this closet. And let her get out. And then once she gets out of the way, you're going to want to push this back to where you came from. And if you keep pushing it, there's going to be some cutters on the ground that you can pick up. Now that we got the cutters, we're going to go back up to the top. Kind of a lengthy process to do this. We're going to climb this ladder, and then once we're up here, we can cut down the beam. It'll save the guy, which you have to do all of this anyway, but showing you anyway. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And now we are free to send our dog over here to dig that up. And then the last one is going to be after you move this big beam that you probably saw in the middle of the level. So you need to recruit all these people to help you move it. And once you get enough people, you're going to go ahead and push this out of the way, drop down the hole, and before climbing up the ladder, once you drop down, it'll be on the ground just to the right. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Definitely hope you liked the video. Comment, subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you in Chapter 2.